We set out it was basically 2016. We started looking for energy metal assets, very early stage stuff, and we did a few lithium deals and a few different ones, and then we started looking for cobalt. And I did basically some regional desktop work, and I found an area in Atlin, BC, and you can see here in this picture. And we were looking at cobalt, and we ended up running into high-grade copper, zinc, lead, silver, and the best of which was found this past season, and it's actually exposed in the ground, and it's visible. So we plan to drill this target this year, and I mean the grades speak for themselves, and we're very excited about this project. And overall, again, grades are high, and we don't leave any of our samples out. Every sample that's taken is a massive sulfide that you can see here in the red dots. And we think what we have outlined here with our geophysics is that there's a potential porphyry system that is feeding these high grade anomalies. So the idea is to drill what we can see and follow it all the way back to the source, because these types of deposits are known for being continuous all the way back to the source. Again, note the scale here. This is massive, 6.6 kilometers by 1.8 kilometers, and that is of massive sulfide occurrences. Some are continuous, others are isolated, but they should all be connected back to the source. We're using a model that has been used all over the world since 1990. No one's ever approached this area with this model, nor has anyone ever actually stepped foot in the Grizzly discovery zone that we made this year. But some of these deposits that were distinctly found actually using this model are on the right here, and then one being the Taylor deposit, which was bought for 1.3 billion. That was back in 2018. So we're looking for a carbonate replacement type porphyry system, and these are the largest producers of copper, silver, zinc, and lead in the world. So it's a district scale thing, and we own the whole area. And just the catalyst, of course, as we already spoke about, is that it's extremely large, and it's at surface, so we can see it. And this is an example of what we're seeing in the limestone beds. You're getting total replacement there of these limestone beds, and this is just massive metal that you're seeing here. But one of the more important things, I guess, out of everything is that it's so tightly held, and Zim2 and myself have been backing this thing from the very beginning. So we know this thing the best out of anyone, and Zim2 holds, I think, over 10% ownership. I personally own about 25%, and there's not much stock that's really available right now. We've been lucky enough to be able to do some nice lockups and whatnot to mitigate kind of the influx of shares into the market. This is some examples of what we're dealing with here. When I say massive metal in the ground, it is pure metal in the ground, and it's very appealing. I got to say, when you're there, and I just want to give it a good example of what we're talking about here. This is the Grizzly Manto zone, and we did channel sample as much as we safely could. I got about 5 meters of it here vertically, and this is going to be very indicative of what a drill hole might look like this season. Those assays are currently pending, so you'll see those dribble out here over the next couple months, and it should be. We're all very excited to get those back from the lab, and that's basically the end of my little blurb here. But everything was created from Zim2 at the very beginning, and we've stuck with it, and we're gonna continue to the end, all the way to hopefully a large discovery, if we're so lucky to have that.
Nick, why is it called the Grizzly anyway?
Well, we had a grizzly encounter there one day where we were up on the side of that, exactly where I was standing there, and we could hear some noises. And I don't have a lot of experience with grizzly bears, more black bears, but we could hear for about 45 minutes. We could hear kind of some screeching noises, and I kind of joked to the guy I had there with me. We were like, that could be the gophers fighting, because that's all we saw when we were up there, is gophers. It looks like you could be in the Arctic, basically, up the end of this glacier. Anyways, after 45 minutes, of course, we went around the corner, and the grizzly did drive us up on the hill there, but luckily we got out of there, unscathed, and we also made a discovery. So it was a bonus, and I'm still alive to tell the tale.
Thanks very much, Nick. The opportunity in core is still very much there. At this point, it's an opportunity in the open market. There are some new strong people coming on to the team. Core is going to do quite well. I'm very confident